Hello, everybody. How are you this Thursday evening? Gladys says, play the game tonight, old school. Well, I don't know why the picture's not coming through. Do y'all see a picture? It's not coming through on my laptop. That's crazy. Can y'all see me? I don't know why this is not coming through. You see and hear me? I can't get it to come up on my laptop. Maybe that was why one of the settings was turned off. Well, this is crazy. It's not coming through my my computer. I can see your chat, but my picture's not up there. It's just got the thumbnail. So I don't know what the deal is here. Yeah, that's what I can see. I mean, it won't I mean, the thing won't open. Connie, I've been thinking about you. Living life loving. I don't know what is going on. I'm trying to get it straightened out, y'all. Y'all back with me? I just did. I went out and came back in, but it's not coming up. I don't know what the problem is. It shows I'm connected on here. Can y'all hear me? Are y'all on YouTube watching this or what? Hello? You see and hear me, Susan? I don't know why I cannot get it to come up on. Let me see. It did not come up on the one I scheduled. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But I guess I'm with you now. But I scheduled it and it came up on a blank page. So I had to get out of the stream that I started and get in another one. It doesn't make sense. But hi, Susan, Connie. I know there was a few other people in here, but I must have lost them when I had to go back out and come back in again. Shows that I got 8 watching. I don't know why that thing is up there. Now, I'm so afraid to push the wrong button because every time I do it, disconnects me or something goes wrong. And I have no idea why it didn't connect to the one that I had scheduled. It doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, this does not make sense. I'm just going to get rid of this other one because there's going to be people over there. There'll be people in that other one waiting for me to start, and I'll never get started. I think I'm back. We got 9 on here. Oh, I've been so busy today, y'all. It's unreal. I figured by now something was wrong, so closed and looked and found you here. Yeah, I went back in and I've deleted out the other one so people would know not to just sit there and wait because it's never going to start. I don't know why it did not connect to that one. It showed that it was still upcoming, but it never would connect. But I'm through YouTube, so I don't know. It just started a whole new session for me. What did I do today? Well, for one, I told you that Brookshire's had hams, spiral sliced hams, on sale for 99 cents a pound. But in order to get the sale, you not only had to have a Brookshire's card, but you got to spend $25 in the store to get that price on the ham. So, excuse me, I needed Zyrtec, my allergy medicine, and I buy it by the month. So it's usually about $22, something like that for the month. So I went in there and I bought the Zyrtec, and I got a bag of potatoes. I think there were yellow potatoes they had on sale. No, red potatoes they had on sale for $1.59 a bag or something for 5 pounds. And then they had the gold potatoes, 5 pounds for $2.49, I think it was. So I bought a 5-pound bag of each one of them. You can't beat that. And so that made me $25. So then I went back there and grabbed me a ham, and all of them were anywhere from $9 to $10, somewhere along in there, about a 10-pound ham. And I found me a good one. It was $9.60 on sale. Otherwise I would have paid $32 for that same ham. So I got my ham. And then, since I was right there in that shopping center, I decided I was going to go in Goodwill, because I have not been in the Goodwill store in probably a couple of years, because I just haven't been shopping for clothes. I mean, I have not shopped for clothes in forever, a long, long time. And then, I bought that vest last week that I caught on the sale at Walmart for $9, which I love, and I've already been wearing it. And then today, when I went into Goodwill, I didn't think I was going to find anything I wanted, but I found too many things. I found a couple of little t-shirts that I loved. They were only like $2.99 and $4 each. And then I found a white vest, but it was that hairy, fuzzy fur stuff, and I didn't want that. I mean, they're pretty, and if I was going to go out and dress fancy, I'd probably wear it. And I know a lot of women wear them around here in town just with blue jeans, boots, and a shirt. But I don't feel comfortable wearing that just every day. But I did find a cream color. It's an off-white color vest that I did buy for $6. So my brother, like I said, in Tucson, sent me a little bit of money for Christmas, and he does that and tells me to go buy me something. So that's what I spent his money on to buy me a present, was my pink vest, my cream color vest, and my couple of t-shirts that I bought. So I'm happy. I love them. It's something I like and I will wear. So I'm tickled to death. Oh, and I got 2 kind of storage bin baskets. They're lined with material inside, and then they're kind of like a wicker storage weave basket on the outside. And I needed something to put up in the top of my closet, because I'd been in there straightening out my closets last week, and I've got material and different sewing notions and thread and stuff like that. I needed something to put that stuff in, to put it up on the shelf. So every time I reached up there to get something, it didn't all fall in my face. So I had put a plastic one about, maybe 12 inches deep and probably 15 inches long and maybe 12 inches wide in my basket. And it was $4.99, and it was a light color, kind of a off pink color. But I kept walking around that section looking. I put it in my basket just in case I did want to get that, so no one else could get it. And I kept looking around, and all of a sudden this lady come from out of the back of the store, and she had a basket full of merchandise. And she come up there and she took these 2 baskets and set them down, and she put some other stuff around. And I said, oh my God, those are just the right size that I need. Little buddy, quit. You're not going to scratch on the door. I'm sorry, y'all. Little buddy went to the door. He went to the door probably 5 times in the last little bit, wanting to go out. But every time I open the door, he sees it's been raining outside, so he don't want to go out in the rain. But even though it's under the patio and the porch and all that. But he went out this time because I think he's got to go to the bathroom, and I don't have a litter box. I can't keep a litter box in the house, not with my allergies. But anyway, getting back to my shopping spree, my treasure hunt, as I call it. She put these 2 baskets out on the shelf. And I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Those would work great to put those sewing notions and my little pieces of material and stuff that, I do little arts and crafts with." So I picked both of the baskets up. One was sitting inside the other because one was just a tiny bit smaller than the other one. And they were $2.99 each, I think. So I bought those baskets, my vest, and my couple of t-shirts. And I think I spent $27 for all of it. And if I could have waited till Tuesday, they have 25% off, on Tuesdays. And then the lady went ahead, since it'd been so long since I'd been in there, she went ahead and put me in the system so I could get the reward points. After you spend so much in there, you start getting points for each time you buy stuff, and you can get $10 off or 15 off the next time you go in, that kind of thing. But yeah, I started going in there when they first put the store in, and it was kind of not organized. It was kind of messy and not organized. They were just getting started. So I waited a long time before I went back in there. And then when I went back in there later on, months later, it was a lot better, but still they didn't have much that I would want. So it'd been several years since I'd been in Goodwill. I mean, hey, I used to buy t-shirts in there for my son to wear to work welding, because if anybody knows anything about welding, when you weld, those sparks fly and it burns holes in your clothes all the time. And so he was always needing t-shirts. And he started going in there in Goodwill himself because he could get a t-shirt for $1, $2 a shirt. And that was a lot better than paying $15, $20, $30 for a t-shirt to wear to work that's going to be full of holes, from the welding machine. So we were long timers, going to Goodwill. I just, like I said, I hadn't been shopping for clothing or anything like that. And I stayed away from Goodwill and a lot of places that I knew would get me in trouble, because I'd find stuff that I'd want to buy and I didn't have the money to spend. And I wasn't going to spend the money. So I stayed away. But since it was Christmas and my brother did send me a little bit of money to buy me something, I said, well, I'm going to go in and see what they got. Maybe I can find a vest or another vest or something in, or a t-shirt or something I'd like to wear. So that's why I went in there today. I had planned on waiting until Tuesday, but I'm glad I went in there today, because, sometimes if they put something in the store today and you wait till Tuesday, you go Tuesday, it's gone already. So I got it while the getting was good, so to speak. Hello, April, Connie, Gladys, Susan. Who else is in here? We got 19 watching. How many thumbs up have I got? Well, we got 22 watching. And I show only about 3 thumbs up. Y'all got to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, it's been rainy today. And I said, oh, good. I'll drive my car around in the rain. It'll wash the dust off of it. Have you ever seen somebody so cheap they don't want to go pay the $10 to wash the car off at the car wash? But you know what? The rain does a better job. And since I'm still not supposed to wash my car out in the yard to use the water, I said, hey, I'm going to do the next best thing. I'll wait till a rainy day, run around town in the car in the rain, and It'll wash the dust off my car. Oh, we got a George. Oh yeah, we got Paul's in the garden back. Hello, and we got George Goss. Hello. We maybe have a good crowd in here tonight. Oh, and before I forget it, I wanted to show you this beautiful, beautiful card, and I don't really want to put my address up there, but well, I'll flash it. Look who's on the card, y'all. Look who's on the card. If I can get it in the right spot so you can see it. That's little Buddy. But the card says two. It says, hello, Linda Hauser and little Buddy. And then it has my address below it. But do I give you a clue of who this card's from? Does that give anybody a clue? And look on the back. Oh, and I don't want to show the address, so I got to cover the address up. Look on the back of the card. I can't get it over there. I'm trying to cover up the address. But who is that on the back? That's Elvis. That should give you a clue as who sent me the card. But here's the card. Isn't that pretty? Hold it back a little way so you can see the whole card. And it's a house that opens up. Look at that. And I'll read it to you. It says, hi, Linda and little Buddy. Hope Christmas brings more warmth, more wonder, and many moments of joy to your world. Love watching you both on YouTube. May your channel grow and prosper in 2024. Blessings in love. Mardell. Anybody know Mardell? They never get to come to watch my videos, my lives very often. I guess they're busy. I mean, I've seen Mardell pop in a few times, but I guess they've been watching the videos, you know, that's been posted, even though they can't come into the lives. Yeah, I know. That's so nice of I did not expect that. I really didn't. Really did not expect it. I don't know how to put this thing up here. There. But I thought that was really pretty. It was really thoughtful because, you know, the surprise cards are the ones that really get to you and seem like they're the best when you get them. Because I never expected that. I really didn't. And then to see that card all decked out with Elvis, I knew who it was from before I even saw the name. But look at that little Buddy on there with his paw up. I mean, that's a little Buddy up and down almost. I mean, there's a little bit more white around the mouth and everything, but that's a little Buddy. I love it. Thank you so much, Mardell. You made my night. You really did. And Merry Christmas to you and yours. I know Elvis is Mardell's man. She loves Elvis, anything to do with Elvis. And I do too. I mean, I made a fool of myself over Elvis when I was a kid. I was only like 12 years old. And I told people then, I said, Elvis is the king of rock and roll. No one will ever be able to take his place. and I wasn't even a teenager yet. That's back when he was first starting to sing. He went into the Marines, I think, or he was in the Army. I don't know which one it was, but he just went in the service. And yeah, I knew Elvis was a great man, great singer. No one would ever be able to fill his shoes, even though a lot have tried. They can't do it. Yeah, and all of you ladies are sweet too. I love each and every one of you. I mean, I've got a great bunch of ladies and men that come to my videos, to come to my chats. I mean, I couldn't ask for better people. Yeah, Elvis is really good looking. He surely was. He was a great man. Yeah, but it's been raining since, I think it started about 11:30 this morning, and it was kind of cloudy looking before then. I mean, you could almost smell the rain in the air. You knew it was coming. But it started about 11:30, and it's been raining pretty steady ever since. Not real hard, not a wind blowing rain or anything like that, but it's just been a constant rain. Enough that I've got water standing in my yard, and I know my plants love it. I was looking at them this morning and I said, well, some of these plants need some watering. Really hope it does rain. And when I saw how the air smelled and how it looked outside, I said, yeah, come around 11:30, it's going to be raining. And sure enough, it did. You used to take his picture when you were young. Well, after we moved to Texas, and my son was just a baby, and my daughter was only 5, 6, maybe. I don't remember exactly how old she was when we first moved here. But the year we went home on vacation after we moved here, so we moved here in 1978. So I think it was the next year we drove home to North Carolina from Texas. Of course, you got to go through Tennessee, or, you know, we went, see, his family lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, or in Vale. It's on the other side of Charlotte, right close to Tennessee. So if we went to his family's first, we always drove Interstate 30, which took us through Tennessee. And when coming back, we'd come 20, which brought us straight in, the lower southern states to Texas. I drove that man crazy until we stopped in Memphis, Tennessee, and went to Graceland. I said, I cannot go through this town without going to Graceland. I said, we're right here. It's just like right off the interstate. We've got to stop at Graceland. So we stopped, but oh my gosh, the line of people waiting to get in. There was people, if you've ever seen Graceland, the gate where you enter in off of the street is a long distance up to the house. I mean, there's a long driveway going up to the house, and you go behind the house, and it's a long driveway coming back out. There was a line all the way from that gate up to the house, down the sidewalk, almost a block long. So we had to get in line, and we waited for a couple of hours just to get in to walk by Elvis's grave. But, I just couldn't pass Tennessee without stopping and seeing Graceland. I mean, an Elvis fan can't do that. So I did get to see Elvis's grave. I got to see Graceland. I didn't get to go inside the house because at that point they didn't have the house itself open to visitors. And if they did, it was only a certain section of it, and it was closed at that time. I don't think any of it was open at that time. I really don't. I think you could go through and walk around the house outside, walk around where the grave sites were and that type of thing, but you couldn't go inside. I would have loved to have been able to go inside his house. Oh my God. But I tell you what, I watched every one of the tours that Priscilla gave and anybody gave that went in that house, so I could see what the inside of it looked like. And I was not surprised at all. Knowing what the things that Elvis liked, I was not surprised at the house, the way he designed it or the way he decorated it. Linda, do you know what his mother was? I used to kiss his picture. I love too. My mama loves him and shared everything about Elvis. I can't see your whole question, Gladys. It's behind the. Do you know what his mother? Oh, name. Gladys, I think it was. Wasn't his mom's name Gladys? Wasn't it Gladys Presley? I'm not sure. That's probably why you asked me, because you already knew. Yeah, I thought it was Gladys. It was Gladys Presley. And I can see her because I saw pictures of her back, when Elvis was younger. So it was an experience just to be able to walk in the yard and up the driveway that where Elvis lived. I mean, it was just, ooh, I can't tell you what the feeling was to be able to do that. Yes, you win a cat. What do you mean I win a cat? I think I've already won a cat. Yeah, I've definitely already won a cat. Sorry, I'm so busy, but still I'm listening. Well, it's probably the kind time of day, April. We always catch you like mid-afternoon when people are usually the busiest. So that's understandable. I'm just glad you could listen. Oh, I'm telling you, I drove around a couple of more streets around just where I live here. I can't believe the new homes going up. All these new, big, nice homes, and me in this little mobile home. But years ago, I think I told it in one of the videos that I bought the lot over here next to mine. My two lots that I already had that came with the house when I bought it. I bought the lot on the opposite side that's connected because I intended to go ahead and build a house. And that's when my kids still lived at home. But I was never financially able to do that. Hi, Mardell. I just showed your card. It's back here behind me. I said I took one look at the envelope and I knew who that card was from. I didn't need to see the return address because it was decked out with Elvis front and back. Well, thank you, April. Yeah, Jesse Garin Presley. Mardell, Elvis Presley's wife is on, yeah. But I love the card, Mardell. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas to you as well. I just couldn't send out cards to everybody. I ran out of stamps. I ran out of cards. Well, I didn't run out of the cards, actually. I ran out of the envelopes they went in. I said, well, how did that happen? How did I end up with more cards than envelopes for them? And of course, they wouldn't fit in a regular envelope. So, but anyway, I said I would wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year dozens of times before Christmas is here and over anyway. So, yeah, but it made my day when I saw that card. It just tickled me to death to see little buddy on the front. Mardell says, no, Gladys says, Mardell, I received your not opening till Christmas. I started to put that on the one I sent you, Gladys, not open till Christmas, but I didn't. And I saw you opened it the minute you got it. Now you reckon Gladys is gonna wait to Christmas, Mardell? I bet she's already opened it. I found out that my oldest brother, the presents I sent him, sometimes he opens them to see what they are, and then he'll wrap them back up and put them under his tree. And he then wait to Christmas morning and make everybody think he didn't open them till Christmas morning. He lives in Tucson, Arizona. You're waiting till Christmas? Okay. I should have put that on my package so you couldn't open it till Christmas. But I guess that was your early Christmas present. But I know you opened the one I sent, even though it was Christmas wrapped, because you told me what it was, and you wouldn't have known if you hadn't opened it. Yeah, and I did another cooking video. I did a Southern dish, real easy, inexpensive lunch that I cooked up, and that was my dinner too. And I took one of the little divided trays, and I put some in that and put the cover on it, and that's going to be probably lunch for tomorrow. So I made 3 meals out of what I cooked and did the video on that Southern meal. Just something quick and easy, inexpensive. But it's going to be posted tomorrow. You're not going to see it yet. Yeah, I sent Gladys a little plaque with little Buddy's picture decoupaged on it. She wanted one so bad, and she couldn't win at trivia, seemed like. So I sent her the consolation prize. I said, that's for playing so many times and losing every time. So see, sometimes it pays to lose. It's not just the winners that win. Yeah, it's one similar to what you got, Mardell, and I think Connie won one, and I sent one to Connie. And Gladys was so disappointed she didn't win one, so I had to send her the consolation prize for not winning. Now Gladys is beating us all. Yeah, she's getting gifts from everybody. Hello, Pamela. Did I miss someone coming in? Who is Pamela? I'm just so happy you could make it tonight, Mardell. But then too, you may have been a silent viewer. I don't know. And I know you've been watching my videos, so. Oh, there's Living Life. And we got 31 watching right now. That's pretty good. Got to change my chat and put it on all live chat, so I don't miss someone that comes in. Mardo says, yes, I'm always watching. Well, I'm so happy you are. I need viewers. And I definitely don't want to lose all my good people that came into my lives and watch my videos. I mean, I've got a lot of new ones too, but I don't want to lose all the older ones either. You can see my candle burning through the window of the card. Looks like a light glowing through the window. Because the little windows are cut out, they're holes. So the light goes right through the window. It's kind of cute. April says, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, if I can ever get this uh StreamYard completely figured out, I'll have it made, I guess. And I see you may have seen that I've already scheduled a live for Christmas Eve night at 8 o'clock. I'm wondering if that stream's going to go through like it should, or I'll have to start a whole new one when I get there Christmas Eve night, like I had to do this one. I don't know. I'm sitting as close as I am to the camera and the computer because I've got to be able to read the chat. If I sit too far back, I can't see the chat. And I don't know if I told y'all, I'm not getting together with my family on Christmas Day this year. All of us can't get together on Christmas Day. So my son scheduled it for New Year's Eve. I'll be going over to his house on New Year's Eve day. And we're going to celebrate Christmas and New Year's Eve at the same time. So I'm going to be a week late on my Christmas celebration with my family anyway. My blood family, my YouTube family, I'm going to be celebrating Christmas Eve night. And any of my real family that watch, and I'm sure some of them will. Yeah, I know, Gladys, y'all are my family too. And I love each and every one of you. I'm not seeing Susie. Where is Susie tonight? Was she on here earlier? I don't see her. Let me message her because she asked me if I was going to have a live. She may have been one that was waiting on the other one. Here, I just messaged her. Maybe she'll come in. And I know Randy works at night. So, and a lot of times she says, even though she's working, she may not be watching, but she's listening, kind of like April does. So that's good. Oh, I thought I saw Susan earlier because she asked me if I was going live, and I told her, yeah, I was setting up right at that time. And I thought I saw her come in the very beginning. Yeah, there she is, Susan Proctor, just not feeling great. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Susan. This has been one of my good days. I felt great today. Might just be nervous. What are you nervous about? Are you nervous about, don't you have an appointment tomorrow? Is that what you're nervous about? The cafeteria. I don't understand that comment. And April's going to be right back. I felt great earlier, but last night and earlier today, I had lows in my blood sugar, and that can upset your tummy. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know I have my down days too, but this has been a great day for me. I guess one reason I'm feeling better, it's been raining all day. It settled a lot of that dust down outside. I'm not coughing and hacking and sneezing so much. There's Rhonda Walsh. Hello, welcome. Glad to have you in our chat tonight. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you as well, Rhonda. My spirit great, just body not cooperating. Yeah, I know how that goes. Sometimes my body does not cooperate with me with my back and neck injury. Sometimes it tells me you're going to sit your butt down and that's where you're going to stay. And I do. Other days I'm up doing stuff I know I shouldn't do, but I do it anyway. Yeah. Talking about shopping, uh, years ago, I used to tell the kids we're going on a treasure hunt. And what we do, that's when the first year we moved to Texas, because we didn't know anybody, I knew a few people that moved out here with the job, like my ex-husband did. And we knew people through the school, but then after school, when the kids were home, we didn't really know anybody. And at that point, there was not a lot of people that lived here. I mean, most of these lots were empty. There was no houses, just an empty lot. And even if I didn't spend any money, didn't buy anything when I went up there, I told the kids, we're going to the mall and we're going to go treasure hunting. I said, Mom, what do you mean by treasure hunting? I said, because we're on a treasure hunt. I said, we're going to the mall and we're going to go in and out of those shops and we're going to look and see if we can find treasure. What do you mean find treasure? I said, well, sometimes you go in a store and you find something you just got to have and you can't leave it in the store. You got to buy it. Something that you may have wanted and it was a good price and you get it and that's your treasure. So I made it fun and they liked it after that. We'd go in a lot of toy stores. We'd go in those, I don't know what they call that shop that used to have just everything and anything that you could buy for a gift or a gag gift or what for people. I mean, crazy stuff. I mean, we had a good time looking at all that mess. And me, I'm a big kid. We go in toy stores. If it's got try me on it, I'm in there pushing the buttons. I'm trying them all. Sometimes I got 10 of them going at one time, and the clerks will look down the aisle and like, what is she doing down there? I had just as much fun like doing that as the kids would have if you'd have bought the toy and give it to them. But sometimes, yeah, we just go up there, look in and out of the stores, walk around, see what was there, have a good time in the toy section or with these gag gifts and all that. And then maybe not spend any money. And then maybe just pick a good place in the mall to have lunch, go have a sit down lunch, walk around a little bit more, and then come home. And, that took up most of our whole day. And at that particular time, the mall we went to was Ridgemar Mall in Fort Worth. It was the closest one we could get to and the easiest one to get to from where I live. Up there on Saturdays, they would have, or sometimes Sundays too, out in the big open area in the center of the mall, where the shops are lined on each side. There's usually a big open area in the center. They'd have dance classes putting on different shows. They'd have acrobatic stuff out there, people showing what they do in the gym, as far as flips and tumbles and all that stuff. They sometimes would have bands set up and you could just stand around or sometimes sit because there was benches and stuff spread out in there that you could sit on. You could just sit there and listen to them. And it was a lot of fun to do on the weekend when you didn't have much else to do with the kids. So we enjoyed it. The mall is not quite that much fun for me anymore because I mean I do go up there once in a long while. I mean, if you can count a couple of years once in a while, because it's been years since I've been to Ridgemar Mall. Now, if my kids were still little, I'd be up there every weekend because we had a ball. More physical, well, as long as your spirit's up, Susan, that's the main thing. Your body will follow, hopefully. And I know I think you said you had a couple of scans tomorrow or something. So you might be a little uptight about that. I know I would be because you never know what they're going to say they find. I love all these little prayer hands and muscles icons they put in the chats. I was trying to see if I could get any further back away from the camera and still read my chat up here. At least now when I move my head from one side to the side, it's not going all blurry. It don't look like I'm some kind of distorted monster on screen. Did you see what Mardell said while you were talking, Linda? No, how far back is it? I probably didn't see what you're talking about. And there's Mary. She popped in and I didn't see her. Nothing says Merry Christmas than an eviction notice in the mail yesterday. I have lived here 17 years. I need prayers, please. I feel like a cow kicked me in the stomach. An eviction notice? How in the world would you get one of those and not even know about it? Oh my God. Here at Christmas and New Year's, you get an eviction notice in the mail? What is going on with that, Mardell? Yeah, I went over and I deleted out that other chat. I had to because I said people are going to be there waiting, thinking, wondering why it's not starting when I couldn't connect to it for some reason. So I had to start the new one and just delete that one out. I said that way at least people won't be sitting there waiting if it's not there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a lot of prayers for Mardell. That's just terrible, Mardell. I can't believe somebody would give an eviction notice to somebody at Christmas time. That is awful. Have things been going bad with you lately, or you haven't been able to pay your rent, or is there something going on with the building itself? I know sometimes, like my brother living in Tucson, um, they all like the apartments because it was affordable. Most of the people that live there are living on retirement checks. They're living on Social Security checks. They don't have a lot of money to pay on rent, but that place was affordable. It was affordable for my brother because he's got a roommate that helps with the bills. They've got a 2-bedroom apartment. Each has their own bedroom and they share the bills 50-50. So it makes it very affordable for them and have money, over to buy stuff that they need or want or whatever. But they got a notice a year or so ago, I forgot how long ago it was, uh, telling everybody that they were converting the apartments or upgrading the apartments, or they were doing something with it. I don't know if they sold the building or what it was, but they told them that they were going up on the rents for everybody. And if they couldn't afford to pay the rent at the higher price, they had to move out. And also, they were going to charge them pet fees. And it was not just a pet fee to move in, it was a pet fee per month. I think it was like $25 per pet. Well, my brother has 2 little cats. So that means he's got to pay $50 extra per month just to keep his cat, or both of his cats. So, the price increase of the rent, we're not behind on the rent. They just want us out, I guess. They don't need a reason. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mardell. I was afraid it was something like that. Because, I felt sure you were paying your rent. And I said, oh no, that sounds like something my brother went through. Yeah, they flat out told them that they either had to move by a certain date, or they had, when their lease was up, I think, the end of that year, or I don't remember the time, but they had a little bit longer. And my brother said, well, they were going to think about it. They were going to look around for other places, but they could afford to pay the higher rent since he had help paying it. But he said a lot of their friends were going to have to move, and he so hated it because they were not going to be able to live there with the rent increase because they didn't have the money to pay it. And he said they did not want to move. So when it came time to renew their lease, they went ahead and renewed, and they paid the higher price to stay there because they liked it there. But for someone just to give you an eviction notice, so they didn't give you any notice at all of why they were wanting you to leave? My throat was getting dry. Yeah, I know a lot of times they don't need a reason, but an eviction notice. Oh my God. How long have they given you to move? I hope you've got plenty of time to be able to find a place to go to. Oh my God. Gladys says my landlord raised my rent $400 because of my 4 dogs. He's charging you $100 a month for your dogs. Oh my God. No, and they won't talk to you till January 31st. When is your deadline to move out? How long have they given you? Yeah, but a lot of times they at least do what the landlord did with my brother, where he lives in Tucson. They at least sent him a letter and told them what was going on, that the rent was increasing and how much their rent was going to be when it went up, when they renewed their lease. And if they could not afford to pay that increase, that they were going to have to move. And everybody that rented from them got a letter telling them that. Wow, Susan, you lucked out with that. You don't, because they're support animals, you don't have to register them or pay extra. That's really good. Mardell, you're supposed to be out January 31st, and they won't talk to you till then either. It's, oh, just month to month. I see. That is just terrible. Do you have any idea where you might be able to move to? because it doesn't look like there's any way you're going to be able to fight it. I mean, maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe they're going to raise the rent on those apartments, and maybe they know beforehand who can pay and who can't. They just won't talk to you, period. Yeah, it sounds to me like they might be going to be upgrading their apartments, and they're going to probably almost double or triple the rent. And they're just getting everybody out because they'll get in new people that will pay the higher rent. Yeah, going to try to fight it. Well, I hope you can fight it, Mardell, and I hope you can win. I just don't know what I would do in that circumstance. Connie, I'm telling you, I didn't realize you were in such bad shape. Wow, that's what I'm thinking. But if they're going to do that and they're going to raise the rent, they should at least give you the option. They should at least let you know that the rent's going to be doubled or something, and let you decide whether you can stay there or not. If you can stay and pay that higher price, because there might be some of the people that are renting there that would stay. Just depends. I mean, yeah, 17 years is a long time. It's your home now. When you live in a place 17 years, that's your home. And nobody wants to leave their home. I mean, this place I live in is an old mobile home, but I keep it well maintained, and I try to remodel and do it when I can as money allows. Like I'm redoing, putting my wood floor down if I can ever get it all done. But this is home and I don't want to move. I've lived here too long to just up and be uprooted and have to move somewhere else. Yeah, 17 years is a long, long time. I just don't understand them not even wanting to talk to the people. Do you know of anybody else in the apartments that have gotten an eviction notice as well? Are they sending them to everybody? Do you know? And sometimes landlords will do that if they need that apartment for something. Sometimes they end up with family members or friends that need an apartment desperately. And they'll do that. They'll evict someone out of an apartment they've been living in to give it to someone they want to be in there. And that's bad. Oh, I see. It's a big house. And you're the only one that they served an eviction notice to. That's awful. Well, that's something that happened to my sister-in-law with her arthritis and all her other ailments. She hurt all the time. They were giving her shots, $1,200 shot a month, and she still hurt. I mean, it's like the medication doesn't do any good. I feel so fortunate and so blessed that I'm as healthy as I am. I know I've got a back and neck injury that limits me to what I can do, but for the most part, I can pretty well take care of myself. and I've got really bad allergies, but when I hear about other people and the shape they're in and the things they go through daily, I feel like I'm really blessed. I really do. You have the biggest apartment. I bet they want that apartment for somebody, but they ought to know how hard it would be for you to move after living there for 17 years. I mean, that's a long time. Yeah, I hope she gets it straightened out to where she can stay. Oh Lord, Connie, you sound like you're a walking disaster, girl. My goodness. And you say you've been working? How in the world? I don't know if I could have kept working in that type of shape. I know, Mardell, it's hard to find places that you can afford when you live on Social Security. You might be able to find government housing somewhere around close to you. I don't know. Uh, let's see where you cards. New York, yeah, it's so expensive in New York City. Pavilion, New York. I know I was watching videos on apartment prices and the sizes of them in New York, what you could get for $2,000 a month. They were walk-in closets. I mean, how do people live in something like that? Oh, you could get a decent sized apartment with a kitchen and you could barely get the cabinets open. It was so small, with a living room and a bedroom and maybe a laundry room and a bathroom for about 5 or 6 thousand a month. No way I could ever afford that. I'd be living in the street. Now, here in this town, we've got several apartment complexes and also duplexes, and they're beautiful. But guess what? They're government housing. And there's a lot of people that live in those that love it there because they live on their Social Security every month. And that, you got to qualify to live there. The low income people, if that qualify, can get those apartments and those duplexes. But you're living as good as these other people are that live in these nice apartments and nice duplexes because they're brand new and they're beautiful. And they're right off, right in town. I mean, but you know what? The waiting list is at least a year long if you're lucky. You got to get on the waiting list for that long to even hope to get an apartment or a duplex. Because once those people get in, they do not move out. One horse town. Yeah, so I guess your rent is a little bit lower there, but I imagine it's still higher than it would be here. Because I had people comment to me, they say that you live on Social Security. I said, you could qualify to live in one of those government housing apartments or duplexes. I said, yeah, I probably could, but I own my property. And that would disqualify me right there. I'd have to sell my property, spend all my money before I'd ever qualify. And I said, I'd rather live in my own place, even though it's not quite as nice as what they've got, because I can at least fix mine up the way I want it. and nobody's gonna scream if I put a nail in the wall. You just gotta let me get a cough drop because I cough and I'm getting my throat dry. You just got a bundle of black turmeric to plant. I haven't tried planting turmeric yet, but I thought I would try it. It's a little bit too cold here this time of year for turmeric or ginger, because mine that I've got growing out there, the ginger that I've got, it's almost ready to be harvested now because the top of the plant's dying back. And they say when the plant dies, it's the roots are ready to be harvested. So I think next year I'm going to try planting some turmeric as well. But I know I would use the ginger. I don't know about the turmeric as so much. But see, April, you're lucky. You're in Hawaii. You can plant this time of year stuff like that. You can have things growing all year long. I can't. You make turmeric tea? I've never tried that. I don't know. I might have to try some sometime. But I ordered some potato bulbs, the little seed potatoes. I've got red ones, white ones, and yellow ones coming. They'll be here next week. And I'm going to go ahead and plant those next week because you can plant your, not potatoes, the onions. I'm saying potatoes. Onions. I've got the red onions, the yellow onions, and the white onions. I ordered a package that have all three in it. I think they're separated, but there's all three. And I said, I'm going to use some of my totes that I've already got set up. And I'm planting those onions next week. Because here in this climate, this time of year is a good time to plant garlic and your onions. And I've already got my garlic planted, or most of it. I bought another bulb or two of garlic today to plant another one. So, yeah. Yeah, a lot of the plants are real good for your health, That's one reason I love growing stuff in my garden. I love onions and I know they're good for you. That's why I eat so many of them. Yeah. And I'm going to be planting potatoes when, springtime comes around. It's you can't plant them this time of year here because the plant itself would freeze and die. But I will be trying some more next year, but I'm not going to plant them where I did last year because it was too dry in the bags. And if I plant them anywhere, it's going to be in a tote or a bucket. I got a gnat flying around my face. You have sour sop trees. I don't know what that is. Well, hi, Jazzy Joyce. Merry Christmas. Glad you could drop in. So happy you could drop in. Susan says, I got a baby snuggling with me. Yeah, if I was on my couch right now, little buddy would be in my lap. Or he'd be half off my lap, half in my lap, because he's too big to get all on my lap. I'd have to hold him there. He's a big kitty. Yeah, dandelion root helps. Sour sop is real good. Check out the video on it. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I've got dandelion that grow wild in my yard. And I've got, I'm trying to think of the name of the other plant that grows. I mean, I bought some at the nursery and planted, had a pot of it. It's spread all over the yard, and some of it grows wild here too. Um, I can't think of the name of it, but it's good to put in salads and stuff, and it's real healthy for you. Because people tell you if you got that growing in your yard, don't pull it out because you can eat it. Put it in your salad. You want to get some fennel. It's Rhonda. I don't think I've ever grown fennel. Darnweed, I've never heard of that either. I was trying to get that light glare out of the top of the corner of the screen. That looks better. I got this cherry cough drop in my mouth, and it's just like having a piece of candy in your mouth. You can't help but suck on it and move it around your mouth. It tastes so good. I've got about 4, but it's not been upgraded, so I don't know. Let's see. I may lose y'all. I just refreshed mine, and it shows that I've got 17 thumbs up. Tippy's t-shirt says, "Sorry, Santa. I ate the cookies," and has an empty plate with some crumbs. That's cute. You make basil tea, rosemary tea, thyme tea. They're all good for you. I've made basil tea before, but I haven't had the rosemary or thyme. I've got to start growing more of the herbs in my yard. I mean, I've tried the cilantro. The heat just destroyed it. Right now would be a good time to have cilantro growing, but I didn't plant any, and I doubt the seeds would come up. So, but this is the first year that I've grown any of the uh, ginger. And I was in the produce section of the store one day, and I was going to buy a small piece of ginger. And I got there, and it had all these little buds popping out all over these nice looking ginger roots. And I said, "Oh my God, they look like they're trying to tell you they want to grow." So I bought a couple of them, brought them home, and I kept part of it, to cook with. And the other ones I broke apart and I planted them out there. And I said, "Well, I'm going to see how good ginger will grow for me here. And if it grows good, I'll plant even more of it next year." So it won't be long before I can harvest it, I guess. So we'll see. I don't know why this chat is not moving. You have a little teapot and you have fun every day. I have a teapot. It's sitting on top of my refrigerator. It's a woman bear teapot. And I got it as a Christmas present when I worked for was it Thrift Mart? Not Thrift Mart. Yeah, Thrift Mart. When they used to have a Thrift Mart here in Granbury, I worked in their office, not in the store office, but in the corporate office. which was behind the building. They had a separate office space, office building. I worked in their corporate office, and we had a Christmas party the year I worked there, and we just drew names, and everybody got somebody something, you know. And I got the teapot, and I love it. I hardly ever make tea in it though. Usually I just make it in my cup. My granddaughter got me a little clay cup with the little round basket thing you put your tea leaves in, and it locks together, so you just dunk it in your cup and you can steep your tea like that. I've used that several times, but most time I use a tea bag. I use a tea bag and just put it in the cup because I haven't been fixing the herb teas, so and I need to. Oh, I love raspberry tea as well, Gladys. It's fun to play tea party. Yeah, I just refreshed mine and it showed 17. The thumbs up, it doesn't refresh on my laptop every time. I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't do that. I show 34 in chat or 34 people watching though. That's pretty good. Maybe my numbers will get back up. I've been getting depressed. My numbers have been down, you know. It's like this is awful. But I know everybody's busy. It's Christmas time. They don't have as much time to sit and watch videos as they used to. Yeah, I put honey in mine most of the time too, April. I put honey and use brown sugar and a lot of stuff for sweetener instead of just white sugar all the time. Let's play the old school game for a while. Y'all ladies, you want to play? Y'all wanting to play trivia tonight? I decided we're going to start a clean slate. Everybody's starting from nothing tonight. And we'll see how it goes. Because so many people were ahead last time and they weren't even in chat. They were still ahead from the previous week. Okay. We'll see what we can do about it. Oh, I got to somehow get set up better to do this. And I don't know how. So, well, oh, now y'all to know this because we asked it a couple of weeks ago. And it's going to surprise me if all of you don't know this. What was Skipper's nickname for Gilligan in Gilligan's Island? What was Skipper's nickname for Gilligan in Gilligan's Island? Oh, you're leaving us, Rhonda? Sorry to see you go. Wish you could stay, but if you've got to go, that's okay. You just have a blessed night and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Well, Gladys got Buddy and Susan got Little Buddy. It was Little Buddy, so Susan. I'm gonna give a point to all three of them because each one of them, one got Buddy, one got LIL Buddy, and the other one, April, got the full name Little Buddy. So I'm gonna give each one of you a point. That's the only way I can do that. You got to fill in the blanks. I am a blank. He is a blank. She is a blank. We're a blank. Wouldn't you like to be a blank too? And the same word goes in each one of those blanks. Pepper, Susan got it. And that's probably what Gladys meant. I'll give Gladys a point for trying. Supertramp's biggest album was Breakfast in where? Supertramp's biggest album was Breakfast in where? Mardell got it. America. I don't know the way my camera is set. What band had a major hit with their 1986 album Brothers in Arms? What band had a major hit with their 1986 album Brothers in Arms? Not Beatles. Hi, Annie. And Lori, hello. America, she got, wait a minute. Pop. No, that's the other one. Not the Beatles. Nobody's answered this one yet. What band had a major hit with their 1986 album Brothers in Arms? Dire Straits. Lori Clear got it. I got everything set up crazy tonight. I get out of the camera view every time this is crazy. This camera looks like it's facing the opposite way from where I'm at. Y'all ought to know this. We've asked it before. Hi, Annie. Glad you could make it. What state has the highest total number of boomers? What state has the highest number of boomers? Gladys got it. California. It's California. Gladys got it. I see why she likes the old what do they call it? The boomer, okay boomer trivia, because she knows a lot of the questions. Most boomers were born after what war? Most boomers were born after what war? Mary Zahner got it too. We too, pause. I know you meant World War II. What term describes the hysteria when the Beatles came to the US? What term describes the hysteria when the Beatles came to the US? I'm crazy, no. Think about it. Beatlemania, Lori Claire. Everybody should know this one. Where was the engine in a VW Beetle? Where was the engine in a VW Beetle? In the back. Gladys got it. It's one of the few cars that I know it's in the back of the car, not the front. Yeah, Annie, it's the trunk, but Gladys was first with the say in the back. Who was Mr. Ed? Who was Mr. Ed? He was a horse, but what kind of horse? Mardell was the first one to get horse. Mardell, talking horse. Yep, it's Mardell's. And little buddy's at the door wanting in. Was it getting a little wet out there for you? Huh? Was it getting a little wet? He's been running out in the rain. It hasn't been raining too hard since he's been out, but it has been raining out there. He got a little bit wet. He's ready to come back in. What was kick the can? What was kick the can? Well, hello, J. Mary. J. Mary Lastone. I'm not sure how to pronounce all that. It was a game. Yes, Mardell got it. It was a game where they literally kicked the can. Got to move that. I had the camera blocked one side of the screen. How's J. Mary doing tonight? J. Mary Laston or whatever. Everybody should know this one. What is a 5 and dime? A store. Yep, Gladys, it's a store. Everybody should know this one. How did you get in touch with a phone operator? How did you get in touch with a phone operator? I know you meant dial zero, pause, but next time say dial zero so we know. Pause in the garden got it. You should know this one. What 1970s show played Moving On Up as their theme song? What 1970s show played Moving On Up as the theme song? Jefferson's Mardell got it. Who was Mr. Green Jeans? Who was Mr. Green Jeans? Hello, Alfonso. Welcome. Merry Christmas. Captain Kangaroo Show. Yeah, it was a character in the Captain Kangaroo Show. What was J.J. Walker's catchphrase in the sitcom Good Times? What was J.J. Walker's catchphrase in the sitcom Good Times? Dynamite, Kathy. We all know this, or should. Who hosted American Bandstand? Who hosted American Bandstand? Dick Clark. Kathy got it again. Oh, I'm going to blow this candle out back here because it's a scented candle. This one up here is not. Once that scent gets a little strong in the house, I have to blow it out where it bothers my allergies. Who hosted Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? Yeah, I know it was Dick Clark. Kathy got it. She got it like 5 people before you. Oh, she said Dave Clark, but I know she meant Dick Clark. Well, now I've got people saying just Clark. Connie, I'm going to give you a point for that because you said the name, the whole name. Yeah, I saw it, Clark. I'm going to give Annie 1 too. Annie Watson. Who hosted Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? Who hosted Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? Did I already ask that? Let's see. J. Mary, she got it. Who was the original leader of the Rat Pack? Who was the original leader of the Rat Pack? Not Sammy Davis, not FS. Blue eyes, no. Not Frank Sinatra. Not Dean Martin. I wouldn't have known who it was if I didn't see the answer on the card. Who was the original leader of the Rat Pack? Dean Martin, Sammy, no, not Frank Sinatra. Nobody knows who. Mr. Ed, no. Who was the leader of the famous Rat Pack? I got to get a new tripod. Brother to the guy that played on Mission Impossible. Not Peter Lawford. Yeah, but I got to have the name. Guys, I think I'll go sit with the babies in the comfy chair and see y'all Sunday. Okay, Susan, maybe you'll feel better. No, Peter Lawford Crawford was not the leader of the Rat Pack. Not according to this card, he's not. You have a great holiday too. We'll see you Sunday, if not before. And feel better, a lot better. Have a good night with your babies. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Susan. I might pop up and go live before then. I never know. I know I'll be putting out videos between now and then, but I may go live Saturday. Who knows? Just however the notion strikes me. And if I get the time to do it. Don't you have a scan though tomorrow, Susan? Didn't you say you had some kind of a scan, I think, for your hand or something, your wrist tomorrow? She may be already off. Not Joey Bishop, not Peter Lawford. I'll be there, Linda. Yeah, I know Gladys will be there. It's the only other I know. Well, somebody Google it for goodness sakes. Who was the leader of the original Rat Pack? Not Joey Bishop. Bishop. Y'all are way off. Yes, Susan, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Y'all want me to tell you who it is? No, not Peter Lawford. Everybody's been guessing that name. Angie Dickinson, no. Is your husband awake, Connie? Doesn't he know the answer tonight? Who was the original leader of the Rat Pack? You're not going to believe it when I tell you. And there's Adriana. I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly. Hello. Welcome to our chat. Gladys. I'm going to tell you. You want me to tell you? How are you doing, Adriana? He's in bed. Spit it out, Linda. It was Humphrey Bogart, y'all. Humphrey Bogart was the leader, the original leader of the Rat Pack. I bet y'all remember that next time. You should know this. As famous him and his wife's show was. What country was Desi Arnaz born in? What country was Desi Arnaz born in? Cuba, Kathy, 2010 got it. So far, Mardell and Gladys are ahead. What TV show asked, who shot JR? What TV show asked the question of who shot JR? Dallas, Mardell Lamb got it. Mardell is ahead now. Gladys, you got to get one. This is old school here, this question. What is a church key used for? What is a church key used for? Yeah, I see your answer, Kathy, but Mardell came in before you with Dallas, so he won. No, not a master key, not praying, not Jay Mary's last asked. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Jay Mary got it. She said opens beer, and that is the answer, but it's opening bottles, not necessarily a beer bottle, but it's for opening bottles. They used it to open a bottle with. So Jay Mary got it. What actress faked her death in the movie Sleeping with the Enemy? What actress faked her death in the movie Sleeping with the Enemy? Julia Roberts. Annie Watson got it. What African American celebrity kissed Archie Bunker on All in the Family? What African American celebrity kissed Archie Bunker on All in the Family? Sammy Davis Jr. Kathy got it. Seemed like I remember that show. I remember this show. What movie featured Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, and Wesley Snipes as drag queens? What movie featured Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, and Wesley Snipes as drag queens? Wait a minute. Who said Julia Roberts first? Because I haven't put that down yet. I just asked a question. Oh, Annie? Let me go back. Yeah, it was Annie Watson that said it first. Kathy come in second. Oh, goodness me. Okay, now this is a four-part question. You got to come up with all four names. What are the first names of all members of the Beatles? Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back and see. As far back as I went, it showed. I don't know. I show Annie Watson said Julia Roberts, and then J. Mary came in second, Julia Roberts, and then Kathy came in third, saying Julia Roberts. Kathy 2010 got the Beatles names. Um, who did the comedy tour entitled Raw? Who did the comedy tour titled Raw? Do you get me for White Man Can't Jump? What? I don't know. On mine, it shows. Hold on. Let me go back to show where it shows all chat, not just. I want all the live chat in here. Now let me go back and look. Y'all hold on a minute. No, it still shows Annie Watson first, Jay Marystone second, and Kathy third. So I don't know. Connie got that one. This one, it's Eddie Murphy. I love that. Do you get me? White for White Man Can't Jump. But Connie got this one. It's Eddie Murphy. Now y'all should know this. Guys, in the movie, I said White Man Can't Jump. I don't know what you're talking about, Jay Marystone. Three guys in the movie. I said White Man Can't Jump. What question was that? What did I miss? What have I done? I don't know where the White Man Can't Jump came from. Hmm. See you at the Five and Dime, Julian Newmar. And three guys in the movie that dressed up like women. You never gave the answer. Oh, but that wasn't the name of it. Three guys can't jump. White guys can't jump. Oh, okay. Because I know I asked one and now I'm not sure I ever got the answer to it. Oh, this is it. We didn't get the answer to this one, but it was not White Guys Can't Jump. It was the movie featured Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, and Wesley Snipes as drag queens. What was the name of the movie? Was not White Man Can't Jump. It's a crazy name. So we are coming back to this. We're going to get the answer to this one. It is the Julie Newmar title. I don't know what that is either. Yeah, but he starred in this movie too. That White Man Can't Jump is not the name of the movie that I'm asking for. This is one that Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, and Wesley Snipes all starred in together as drag queens. What was the name of the movie? Y'all got me confused. I don't know. Not queens. They dressed as drag queens in the movie. What was the name of the movie? Just hit me over the head and I'll know what you're talking about. Oh, they dressed as drag queens in this movie, Gladys, but that's not the name of the movie. What was the name of the movie that all three of them dressed as drag queens in? Tu Wong Fu. Connie got it. Connie got it. The name of the movie was Tu Wong Fu. And I went to see that movie. It was hilarious. Oh, what TV show included characters Rose, Blanche, Dorothy, and Sophia? Y'all should know this. Mardell got it first, Golden Girls. Looks like Gladys come in second. And I know that's what she meant was Golden Girls, but Mardell got the point. Who is the author of Interview with a Vampire? Well, the only answer it gave was Tu Wong Fu. It didn't have Julie Newmar there. It just had Tu Wong Fu. That I guess that's why I didn't get it. And Jay Mary got this answer. It was Anne Rice. So okay, let's see. Kathy got the Julie Newmar, which was the beginning of the title. All right, well, I'll give Kathy a point for that because I didn't know what she meant when she said Kathy Newmar. Because on the card, all it had was Tu Wong Fu. It didn't have anything about Julie Newmar on there. So that threw me off. I didn't know what she's talking about. Sorry about that. Who were Ricky and Lucy's best friends and landlords? Who were Ricky and Lucy's best friends and landlords? Ethel and Fred. That's right. It was Ethel and Fred Mertz. I'll give that to Kathy. Okay, fill in the blanks. Weebles wobble, but they what? Fill in the blank. Weebles wobble, but they what? Don't fall down. Mardell got it. I didn't know that. Who was the nurse in charge on the show MASH? MASH. Gladys says I'm chopping my fingers off. Sorry, Gladys, don't chop your fingers off. Well, I'm going to give this to Annie because she's the closest. She said hot lips. Well, Kathy got it. I know that's what she meant. Kathy's got a point. Mardell's got a point. And wait a minute, somebody came in there with the whole answer. Where is it? Hot lips, Julian. It was Julian. Well, I can't even say it. The whole answer was Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan. So Mardell has got a point on that because he said the Houlihan part. It's bad when I get half of the answer from each one of you, or part of the answer from a lot of different people. Which 70s rock musical featured the character Dr. Frank N. Furter? Furter. Furter. Or Feuder? Furter. Which 70s rock musical featured the character Dr. Frank N. Furter? Furter. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Connie got it. What year was the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster? What year was the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster? Which 70s, which 70s rock? 1986, Mardell. Mardell is ahead. What song was played when TV channels signed off at the end of the day? What song was played when TV channels signed off at the end of the day? National anthem. Adriana got it. Adriana Day. I'm going to show you a picture. You got to tell me what it is. That is, if you can see it good enough. I don't know if you'll be able to see it good enough. It's got letters on it. That's what those little humps are. They're letters and numbers. Typewriter ball. Yep, it's a typewriter ball. Looks like Gladys says eyeball. Mardell got it. It's a typewriter ball. The older typewriters used to have that ball on them. What is that? It's a switchboard. Mardell got it. It does look kind of like a keyboard if you're looking at it from a distance, but it's a it's the old timey switchboards. When you made a phone call, the operator literally had to plug the cord in to the number that you were calling to be able to connect your call. Now you should know this. What is this? I can get it up here to where you can see it. Gladys got it. Viewmaster. Mardell came in second. You know, I found that my chat on my phone comes up quicker than on my computer. I mean, on my camera. So I might need to watch the one on the camera. What was that? You might not be able to see it good enough. No, I'm going to tell you because you can't see it clear enough to really tell. It's a library card. You used to have to fill out a library card like this when you went to the library to check out a book. It had your name, it had the date, when, and the name of the book you signed out and all that. Y'all should know this. If I can get it up here so you can see it. I'll give you all points for it. Skate key. Wait a minute. I'm going to give it to Mardell and Gladys because they popped in at the same time. That's the old timey skate key when you had the metal skates. I remember that key. You didn't want to lose your key. You needed that to wear your skates. You probably aren't going to know what that is. Not tape recorder. Not a movie reel. Not a casita. I'm going to go ahead and tell you because it's almost like a cassette, but it says an old computer with tape memory. It's old computer with tape memory, and it was like a cassette basically. So you know what? I'm going to give the point to Gladys because she said tape recorder, and it was a tape and it recorded for a computer. So I'm going to give it to Gladys. The pictures are hard because you can't really show the pictures that good, on the screen. Oh, you ought to know this if you can see it. That's a bottle with something stuck in it. Oh, my ear itch. Gas stove? No. It is a pen, but what kind of pen? Well, I'm going to give it to Gladys because she said pen. Because the answer is actually a feather pen in an inkwell. It's a feather pen in an inkwell. So I'm going to give it to Gladys. She got pen. Y'all should know this one. I can get it up here so you can see it. What is this arts and crafts project called? You really can't see it that good. I don't know what to do about it. It's like string or yarn that they used to make this. Looks like an owl. Macrame. Connie got it. Proud of you, Connie. I didn't think you'd get that one. I didn't think anybody would get it, to tell you the truth. Are y'all getting tired? We've been at it for 2.5 hours. Well, not playing the game the whole time, but about 2 hours of playing the game. Mardell is ahead. Gladys is behind her, and then Kathy. And then the rest have points smaller. You're not tired? Gladys wants to catch up. What is this popular toy called? You can't really see it. Okay, if you've got to go, J. Mary, have a good night. A burley? What is a burley? You really can't see it that well, but I remember when kids used to play with these. Trying to give you a close up of it, but I'm not sure it's focusing that well. Not Battleship. That yellowish looking part of that toy is sand. Nobody can get it after I gave you the clue that the yellowish part of it was sand. This part in here is sand. Ant farm, Kathy got it. I remember some kids had those. I never had one. I never wanted one. Okay, you ladies should know this. What? Connie, no, Kathy, I don't want to win. So whoever winning, I will ask Linda to give it to that person. I have already won twice, so you all are important answers. Facial creams, suction cup, perfume bottle. You ladies should know this. Am I showing it to you? I can't tell whether what I'm showing you on the screen. A peep cup. I know they had these, but I never used them. I always use bobby pins. Does that help you with the answer? It's a curler. It's a curler. Kathy, no, Mardell got it. I'll read the answer to you. They're called spoolies. Were a hair curler for making pin curls. And I think when you rolled your hair on the small part, you could bend this over to lock them in, lock your hair in. I used bobby pins to make pin curls in my hair growing up. I never had hair rollers back then. I always used bobby pins. Or my mom, when I was little, she would take a brush because my hair is real curly, especially if I don't live in Texas. It's usually so dry out here, my hair straightens out. But back home, my hair was really, really curly. And when I'd shampoo my hair, my mom would towel dry it as much as she could, and then she would brush it, and she'd put my hair around her finger to make a curl, and then she'd put a bobby pin down the long way to hold it there till it dried completely. And that's how she curled my hair, to where it would curl the way she wanted it to instead of just go wild. I know, that's what cracked me up, because I knew what it was. I knew the answer to it. And when they said breast pump and all this other stuff, I couldn't help but laugh. They didn't even have breast pumps back then. I think if they breastfed their babies, that's what they did. They breastfed them. They didn't have breast pumps to Pump them in bottles. Oh, that was a good one. But I think it was made out of soft plastic, so when you wrapped your hair around the small part of it, you could bend over the other part that would clamp down on the pin roll of your hair, and it would hold it in place. Who the fuck could curl that you coils attached to your breast pump? Oh me. Oh God, you people are killing me. Oh, I don't know if I'll live through this trivia or not. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we can come up with now. Okay, I knew what this was without even looking at the answer, but I don't know how good the picture will come through for you to see. My video stopped. Well, it hasn't stopped on mine. Card catalog. That's exactly what it is, Mardell. It's a card catalog. That's what they use in the libraries to have library cards and stuff in. I know what this is. I bought my daughter one when she was small. Hot Wheels. No, it's not called Hot Wheels, I don't think. How many wheels does it have? Yeah, index file or card file box. I'll give Gladys a point too. It was called something else. I know y'all are thinking the right term, but it was called something else. How many wheels does it have? That's a hint. No, y'all are not listening. How many wheels does this thing have on it? 3 wheel. It was a 3-wheeler is what they called it. So I'm giving that to Gladys. The very first ones. Wait a minute. It was a big wheel too. I'm sorry. Adriana got it too. Well, Gladys got the first time with big wheels. Kathy said Hot Wheels. So I was right. Gladys was the first one to say it. But back in the day when they first came out, when these things first hit the market, before any Hot Wheels or any of this other stuff, it was called a big wheel or 3-wheeler. Oh, I'm gonna blow this candle out back here. There's put too much stuff in the air for me to breathe. Everybody had one of these. What is it? Can't see it very well. Polaroid camera. I'm giving that to Mardell. Wait a minute. Gladys got camera. I know she misspelled it, but I'm going to give a point to Gladys and Mardell both. It's actually a Polaroid instant camera. Yeah, the Polaroid instant camera. The ones that would take pictures and then feed them right out of the camera for you. I remember those. My dad had one. One of the first ones that came out. You should know what this is if you can see it. Not a record player. Slide. It's a slideshow. Kathy got it. It's actually a slide projector. That's what they called them. I remember in the classrooms, the teacher always put stuff up on the wall, for us to see or see pictures of, or have worksheets up there that we'd have to write the answers down to. She'd project them up on the wall. Oh, you're never going to get this. What letter is this? What letter is that? Gladys got it. A Q, a capital Q. I didn't think anybody was going to get that. I figured you'd be saying it was a letter number 2, and no, Kathy got it. It was the capital Q. Is what it is. It's written in cursive writing, but it's the capital Q. See, they don't even teach cursive writing in schools anymore. So cursive writing is going to be something of the past. Nobody's going to be able to read it. Yeah, Gladys got it. Okay, I'm going to give Mardell a point for that slide projector. Some of these pictures I can't even make out. I don't know. If I can't hardly see them. I'll put it up there and just see it, just by case somebody might be able to know what it is. Mardell got that. CB radio. I was afraid you couldn't see it good enough to see what it was. What was this guy's 70s attire called? I can't get it up on the screen where I want it. Leisure suit, Mardell. Mardell's remembering these. I think she was watching whenever I was asking those questions before. What did the term wet rag refer to? What did the term wet rag refer to? Not fun. Kathy got it. And I know that's what Annie meant too. I'm going to give both of them a point. Kathy. Now, I can't imagine what Gladys is going to say the answer to this is. What did it mean to get your berries razzed? What did it mean to get your berries razzed? Razzed. No, it didn't mean you're being tired, and it was doesn't have anything to do with sex, Gladys. I knew you were going to come up with that. Not to get hot, not boiled. No, not kissing. Doesn't have anything to do with sex. Not teased. Man, they had all kind of weird sayings back in the day, huh? Grown, not grown. Not picked on. Not smelling. Not licking. Oh my God, y'all are so far off. Canned, no. Raked over, no. This had to be back in the 20s or before. Vool people, no. Planted, no. Y'all are never going to guess. You forgot when we asked this question one other time. Not dancing. Although you could be dancing at the same time. I don't know. What does it mean when you get your berries razzed? I can't help it. I know what the answer is. This has been fun, but one hand is going to sleep. No. Gladys is the closest to it so far. Night, Kathy, if you're leaving. Merry Christmas. Kathy's in third place. Like I said, Gladys is the closest one to the right answer right now. Not knocked out. A Merry Christmas, Kathy. Have a good night. Well, if nobody comes up with a better answer, I'm giving the point to Gladys. What do you normally do when you're having fun? I just told you having fun. I'm giving it to Gladys. I'm giving the point to Gladys because it said you're having fun. It says you were having fun in a non-sexual way. So usually when you're dancing, you're having a good time, right? So you're having fun. So Gladys has got the point for that one. But who would have ever thought if you got your berries razzed, you were having fun? I think I'm getting too much of that setted, whatever you call it, that gets on your throat when you're sucking cough drops. Because I think that itself is making me cough now. Yeah, it's funny. Get your berries razzed. You're having fun. That's crazy. That sounds like something they'd come up in the 1910s or 1920s. Way maybe before that. Who knows? Well, I've been drinking stuff and I got water here, but sometimes the cough drops will leave that residue on the back of your throat or the top of your throat. And after a while, that will make you cough. But I had to blow those candles out because they put enough stuff in the air that bothers my allergies too. No, it would not mean that now, Connie. If I walked up to somebody that was laughing and I said, "You got your berries razzed, didn't you?" What in the world do you think they would think I was telling them? No, it's like dry stuff that gets on your throat from sucking a lot of having a lot of cough drops in your mouth over a period of time. Yeah, I try not to burn candles except for the non-scented ones. But that one red one over there was scented, and it was putting stuff in the air that I can't breathe a lot of. What do you think, Connie? If somebody told you you got your berries razzed, what would you think they were telling you? If they said that today, I mean, I'd look at them like, what? I naturally think something sexual. I wouldn't think it was having fun. Slap them, yeah. They might get slapped. I think I will eat a cracker or something, and maybe that'll get that out of my throat. Are y'all getting tired of playing this? We've been on here for quite a while. Get that piece of cough drop out of my mouth. Cheddar cheese crackers. Y'all have some. How many points does Gladys have? You got 14. And Mardell's got 19. I love anything with cheese in it. Yeah, Gladys is catching up, Mardell. Annie, you got 4 points. Mm. You won't back out and stop raining finally. Go ahead. Let a moth in. He thought twice about going outside. I think maybe that cracker going down my throat cleared that stuff out. Put a yop on that candle. A top? I don't know what you mean, Gladys. A top on it? Why would I put a top on it? Gladys, your ear cleared up and your brain said, thank you for getting the pressure off it. Yeah. Well, goodness, we've been on here 3 hours already. Y'all want to keep going, or are you tired? No wonder the way I've been putting cough drops in my mouth that stuff built up on my throat. Yeah, because we've been on here quite a while. So I want to thank each and every one of you. So far, Mardell is the winner. Well, they're ahead tonight. You want to hold it over to the next time, or we were just playing for fun, or what? Been up since 5 a.m. Wow, that's a long time, Mardell. I know you're tired. So we'll hold it over to next time. Y'all, thanks so much for coming in. Thank you, Mardell, for the lovely, beautiful card. And all of you, please have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll be telling you this, I know, more times than you want to hear, but please tell everybody to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye now. Love y'all.